Okay, technical difficulties. I actually had to load this up 3 times to get the video to actually work. So what we're going to do is I'm setting up the camera because I want to show everybody something. This is really awesome. And then we're going to go over here real quick now that the camera's set up. So what we're doing today, and we got Sid. How you doing, Sid? #1 guy today. Thank you very much. We've been working on our Mustang, people. Everybody knows that. We got a lot of videos on this. As a matter of fact, I'm actually uploaded a video on the car. We got Rick. Was that Rick? Yeah, Rich. We got Rich from the UK. How you doing, Rich? Derek, Brian, Mighty Motors, and everybody else. So we're trying to get this car out of our shop and get it out of here. It's been here going on 10 years. If you go to my video set, how to restore a rusted out car, you will see the first video we made on this was 9.5 years ago. So this car's been here a long time. It needs to go, people. And I've been concentrating on working on this. I just got done putting the dash in and the inserts, which are a pain in the ass. Those actually glue in there. Those are actually an option. Those aren't standard unless you got the deluxe interior. We went ahead and finally got the vents in. We had to order a mounting kit for these, hardware kit. And then if everybody remembers, I was talking about them black vents. Thank God that he had his and were in good shape. I actually had a guy email me that had a 3D printer that said he can make them for me. But yeah, we already got them installed and they look great and the car's coming along. The owner went ahead and ordered a bunch of stuff for the back seat to finish it out. That's been a real nightmare. He's going to have $3,000+ in the back seat area of this car when it's all done. $3,000 or $4,000. Very expensive. We got the dash in. We did get the headliner in. Me and Minnie did the headliner. I got the finally got all this trim on. The owner actually had that. I went ahead and polished it all out, cleaned it all up. That was a couple day jobs on that to semi-restore that. I'm not going to say that it's concourse restoration, but I mean, it's really close. You can see it came out really nice. And yeah, that was a big job doing that. Everything's a big job, it seems like, especially on this car here. Big job, people, big job. So I decided, let's go over here now. We need to get on the stick because I got to go to the doctor's today on my knees. Let's go ahead and turn that around. Today is the final inspection on my knee replacement. There we go. I did have both of my knees replaced, and this one's been a year now. This one here has been 9.5 months, and everything's working out good. If you look in the distance back there, you can see my bicycle. I go out every morning and do 18 to 22 miles in the morning and ride my bike. I'm actually going to start rotating. I'm going to start walking one day, riding the other day, walking and riding. And I'll go ahead and mention this to everybody out there. If you are going to ride a bicycle to lose weight, it's not going to happen. Bicycle riding is not going to, unless you do 150 miles a day and you just get out there and just haul ass. What bicycling is good for is cardiovascular and working your legs, all right? Once your legs have built up with muscle and you get rid of all the flab in, then, I mean, you're not going to lose weight riding a bicycle, people. A lot of people think I'm going to get on a bike so I can lose weight. No, you don't, all right? To lose weight, you got to get out there and you got to walk. Walking is the best thing for losing weight. So I'm going to be switching every other day. I probably won't be able to walk 20 miles a day. It'll probably be more like 10 or 11 miles due to the fact that I ain't going to have time for one. Riding a bicycle, you actually move a lot faster. So think of that. Anyway, let's get back to the situation here because I got to get on the road all the way up to Price, Utah. If everybody remembers, this wall was full of auto parts all the way out past the door opening. Well, we've eliminated a lot of them parts because they're on the car. My friend Pete has built this car all by himself with nobody helping. I've done everything alone except for holding something on there or possibly stretching this or doing that. Many of the body shop girls help. So everything else I've done myself. And what we got left is, this is actually the rear seat kit, which I've already put together. I put it back in the box. In case we can't do that here, he's going to have to finish that at home. But we're going to give it our best shot. We got a steering wheel. This is our overhead console, map light console that we're putting in it. This is a spare inner fender that we won't be using. Miscellaneous junk parts from when we first got the car, and of course his door glass. This is our Dynamat kit for the car, and we're not putting that in until we are all done climbing around in it. This stuff here actually goes to the Camaro. We got glass over here. We got some miscellaneous dash parts right here. This is our scuff plate door sill and just other little miscellaneous junk. That's an empty box. And then over here, this is stuff that the owner will possibly have to do himself to finish it out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and continue to do as much as I can, but without the engine and the transmission and all that in there, there's stuff that I can't finish, okay? And he'll have to hook that up. This is actually a box of stuff that is rubber, you can see, but there is some double ordered parts here. And let me go ahead and talk about that. Now here's a antenna. This is one of them. The owner actually ordered 2 of these antennas. I don't know how that happened, but when you're dealing with doing a car like this, that's what happens is you get way ahead of the game and start ordering stuff and you don't realize what you order. And yeah, you start getting miscellaneous double. So there is some double parts in there, not a lot. We still got all this rubber here. This is some parts that he ordered that he doesn't need because when he ordered the vents, they actually came with them. We got vent glass rubber here. We got felt channel for the doors. I don't know what, I think this was foam for the trim. I got 2 kits of these, so I used one. He's got one left over. We got some bumpers for the fold down seat. Okay, we're gonna remember that. We'll keep those right here so I know exactly, because that's for the fold down seat. What do we got here? This is, I don't know. Anyway, you kind of get the idea here. And then here's some screws, miscellaneous screws for sill plate screws. Okay, we'll put those in the sill plate box. So a lot of parts are purchased when you are building a car like this. Here's parts over here that we're looking at. And sometimes it's a never-ending job when you're building a car like this. And this box happens to be stuff that we're not going to use. The owner bought a reconditioned grill, so he now has an NOS. This is an NOS grill pony that he could sell online and probably get a lot of money for it. So, yeah, that's a NOS Ford grill pony for the 68, and in mint condition and in the original box to boot. So he'll get that back. And then we got a bunch of light parts left over, and he has GT emblem and some other stuff. But you kind of get the idea what's going on. I believe these are empty boxes right here. I'm not sure. No, this isn't empty. What is this? Oh, this is his trim. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to talk about today. I wanted to show everybody these. These are very unique and very high quality, I might say. So I'm going to put the camera here. And if you are building a custom car, this is kind of a walk around and review video, but this is a live review video. And I've done these before on wire harnesses and stuff, But I want to go over these right here. And I also want to tell you that the guys over at this company are awesome people, and they know their shit. And you tell them my friend Pete sent you, and they're going to take care of you. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me get my monitor up so I can make sure I can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to move forward. And this was one of the things that the owner was possibly going to have to do. This is something he was going to have to do. But okay, Danny Roach says, I'm in Los Angeles watching this in my homeless encampment. Okay, Danny, we appreciate that. Tell all the homeless people we love them. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. We're going to put that there for a monitor so I can see what I'm doing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a little review on Dakota Digital gauges. Now, I do want to mention that I have used Dakota Digital gauges for many, many years. A lot of the Street Beast kit cars that I have built, and I built 478 to date. That's 478. Most of those were Dakota Digital gauges. So I'm very familiar with Dakota Digital, but when the owner said he was going to get these, I really wasn't too enthused about it. Now, the reason is, and this isn't part of the Dakota Digital, that's a factory situation. But when he said he was going to, I wasn't really enthused because all I'm thinking about is digital, blue digital gauges, like you see in a street rod, okay? Or some type of vehicle such as that, or possibly a new car. And I said, man, you need to keep it retro, not digital. And what I mean by retro is all original. You need to keep it old school. So I really wasn't impressed when he wanted to get these. I told him he ought to go ahead and get Autometer or something like that. But then on the other hand, I didn't do my research on these because he's the one that was ordering them. And I was in the middle of doing body work and rust repair and all this. And, I was just like, I don't care, whatever you want to get. So the deal is we actually finally got the gauges in. He had to pre-order these. And when I say pre-order, they only build these to order. I mean, how many people do you know are out there are building 67, 68 Mustangs and putting digital gauges in them? You see what I'm saying? So I understand that these are pre-order gauges. Now, another thing is these gauges are semi-complicated to hook up if you don't know what you're doing, and you can see that right here, all right? But on the other hand, they're actually really easy to hook up. It's almost a plug-and-play situation, except for the control module. You have to know where to hook those wires up. That's what makes it complicated. I had to call Dakota Digital on this particular hookup, and the guy that I talked to, and I don't remember his name, if he's watching this, thank you very much. I'll go back. I got him in my videos, his name in the video set that we're making. I don't remember his name, but he said he watches all my videos. He was really excited to talk to me on the phone, and he was a very, very big help. And he even said, if the owner, Frank, wants to call me, you tell him to call me anytime. Here's my personal number, and I'll take care of him, my friend Pete. And I said that was awesome. So Dakota Digital is a very, very highly reputable, I might say, company. So let's go ahead and look at these. Now, this is for 67, 68 Mustang, I believe. And the first thing we're going to look at is this. This is not Dakota Digital. This is a repop, but it's made by Scott Drake. Now, Scott Drake is a manufacturer of Mustang parts, and he claims to be exact identical replica. A lot of his stuff fits good. I'm not going to say it doesn't. Some stuff is just like every other aftermarket part, and modification needs to be made. These aren't made in America. These are made in Taiwan or Hindu or some other country, but they are made to the specs of the Scott Drake Manufacturing Company. Now, the gauge panel that we're looking at, this is the deluxe interior gauge panel. The way you can tell that, it's got the brushed aluminum on it. If this was a standard gauge panel that had standard interior in it, then it would be black. Now they also have in 69, I believe they went to the wood grain look. I think that was in 60. I don't think that was in 67, 68. I think 67, 68 was just either the deluxe, which is this, or standard, which is black. So he got this panel. I said, I'm looking at him going, hold on a minute. I got to open this box. This doesn't make any sense. Because I've seen Dakota Digital gauges in the Mustangs before, and it's just one big panel, all right? It's not individual spots. And I'm going, he must have ordered this on accident, and we're not using it. So let's put this to the side right here, and I'm going to go ahead. I opened this up, and I pulled one of the gauges out. Now, I want to show you this to you. I was really, really shocked when I saw this. And look at this gauge that Dakota Digital is making for these Mustangs. And you can see that right there. That is an analog style digital gauge. So what we're trying to say here, this is not an analog gauge like you would get with Stuart Warner. This is a precise, accurate, digitized, computerized gauge that is 100% accurate of whatever you're supposed to use it for. And the quality of this thing, it's just immaculate. It's unbelievable. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on there. I don't want to scratch that beautiful finish on that plastic lens. And then we're going to go ahead and open this one up. And once again, this is just kind of my review on Dakota Digital. And I feel kind of bad now because I actually told him not to get these because I thought it was a Dakota Digital panel like I use in street rods. And you can see this is the temperature one. Just really, really nice stuff going on here. All right, and like I said, I was going to have the owner do this, but I'm going to go ahead and finish this out and do it. And then we got, this one here is our oil pressure. So we do have an oil pressure for his vehicle. So we got an oil pressure, temperature, and fuel. All right, and I don't see an amp gauge, but let's go ahead and continue to open these. If you're building a street rod, if you're building a custom car event or muscle car, whatever, you really need to check out Dakota Digital. Their price range on their stuff is actually a little bit below the cost of other manufacturers. And the gauge packs that they give you are just really total top-notch stuff. So the owner had to custom order these. They did not have them. It took a year to get them, by the way. And then if we pull this out, look at this. This looks just like this. Okay, it says here, speedometer and fuel level must be calibrated. See full manual instructions. But look at this. Look at the quality. This looks like a 67, 68 Mustang gauge. Look at that. That's beautiful. And they fit in here. I'm going to go ahead and just stick this in here. I'm going to go ahead and just stick this in here just to look at it. And it should fit in here really, really nice if we can get it to fit. Okay, I had it upside down. I'm sorry. My fault. Okay, so here we go right there. And then look at that. Look what that looks like. Now, don't tell me that is not badass. Okay, people? That's just top quality. And then once you get everything installed, all you do, you just plug them in. Okay, it's a plug and play deal. Now, Dakota Digital isn't paying me for this. I wasn't even planning on doing any type of video like this. The only reason I am is because I told the owner not to buy them. And now I actually kind of feel bad about it. And then even the tachometer, look at this tachometer. Even the tachometer is like, wow, this thing's really, you can see that right there. So the owner is really going way out. He's really going way out to make this thing his personal vehicle. I'm going to be honest with you. He has spent a lot of money on this car. All right, a lot of money. And the stuff that he has spent the money on is most of it, and I'm going to say 99% of it, is top-notch stuff. He's not cutting any corners. But even as far as these go, this is our bright, dimmer, bright light, and then these are our turn signals. And this actually comes with the digital kit. And you can see how that mounts on there, like that. All right, now one thing I noticed that this does not come with, and let me see if it's in here. I'm gonna go ahead and open that. I want to show you their manual. I don't have the manual. The manual's over there, so we can't show you that. But the explicit directions that they give you on these, I mean, it's just, look at this here. If you don't like reading, they make it so easy that all you got to do is look at the pictures and just, you know, go with it. I mean, it's a picture type deal. You don't even really need to read anything. You see what I'm saying? So the instructions on these gauges is really, really nice. One thing that I don't see in here, and I don't want to open my big mouth yet, is, let me go ahead and open this up. I don't want to open my big mouth. And yes, one thing that I don't see in this package is, I was wrong. Hold on one second. Look what I just found. I was going to, okay, here's some mounting screws. Okay, so it does have the mounting screws. It does come with the mounting screws for the gauges, but I don't see, unless these are them right here, and they probably are, the mounting screws for this panel right here. So everything does come with the kit. Everything does. I was kind of sketchy on if I would have had to get some screws, but I see that it has all the screws and hardware in the package when you purchase these. Now, how much did these cost? I don't know. I don't know, but I can tell you that they weren't in the $100 range. They were more up in the $700 or $800 plus range. But you can see that everything you get here, I mean, it's just awesome, and you can't beat it. So I just wanted to come on here and let everybody know that the Mustang is moving along, and these gauges are badass. And if I actually had a Mustang, I would definitely invest in these gauges, and these are the ones I told him not to get. So shame on my friend Pete, right? That's all I can talk about. Shame on my friend Pete for not believing. One thing I would say is that the owner was skeptical on ordering because he said it would take a long time. But he bit the bullet. He went ahead and ordered them. I told him, well, we don't even need them right now, so you might as well go ahead and get them. And that was about a year and a half ago. And then we finally got them in about 3 months ago. So if you're interested in Dakota Digital, this is what you want to look at. This is what you're getting, and it's top notch. That's my review on them. If the guy that I talked to over at Dakota Digital is watching this, I want to give you a thumbs up. And I'll be calling you to get some information if I need it. Very helpful people, and you know, just one-of-a-kind company that only specializes in this type of stuff. So enough of that. I got to get ready to actually go down the road. Let me fix the camera here, because we want to get down to the nitty. There we go, right there. Okay. All right. Okay, so I was telling you I got to go to the doctor's today, and I'm going to the doctor's for my final checkup on my knees. When I first decided to get my knees rebuilt, I had people on YouTube. What's going on?
Are we going to take the truck or
the Jeep?
The Jeep, okay.
And take the bike off? Okay, I'm sorry. Minnie, the body shop girl, getting ready to leave. I just wanted to tell you, when I was contemplating on getting my knees done, I had a big problem finding the right doctor, okay? The first doctor that I went to, He was, I'm going to go ahead and say it, he was a quack. He treated me and Minnie like shit. He basically held the x-ray up and said, I'm going to let you diagnose your own x-ray. What do you think? Okay, what kind of doctor does that? So when you run into doctors like this that intimidate you and treat you like, you know, you're some piece of shit, I mean, yeah, it's hard to find the right doctor after that. I finally hooked up with a guy in town here. It was the interior guy that screwed our interior up on the Camaro. And he gave me the name to the doctor in Price, Utah, and said, you ought to call him. So I went ahead and called him. His name's Dr. Jensen, Kelly Jensen in Price, Utah. If you're in Utah, I don't care what part of the state you're in, and you need knee replacements or anything related to that, give Dr. Jensen a call in Price, Utah, because I will tell you, he's one of the most honest and nicest doctors I've ever dealt with in my life. And he cares about everybody that walks into his door, and he doesn't pick and choose who he wants to work on. He works on you. So check him out. But let's get back to the story. When I ran into that quack doctor, I really didn't want to. I started making videos of me getting my knees replaced, and I got a lot of, hang on one second. Okay, hang on one second, please, people. Hey, we got to take the truck because we got to take that wood. No, we're going to take the truck. Okay, sorry about that. Many of the body shop girls got me working and talking. Okay, we're going to take the truck, please. I'm sorry. Okay, let me get back to the story here. What we were talking about, and this is why I don't like making live videos, because there's always interruptions and you can't cut them out and all this other shit. I was getting comments, when I was making videos, I was getting comments that said, don't get your knees done. You'll never be able to bend your knees right. You'll never be able to cross your legs. You won't be able to get on your knees. If you get your knees done, that'll only last for a year or two, and then you're going to be screwed and be in a wheelchair and all this other shit. I'm going to tell you the thing. This is the real thing. This is the best thing I ever did. It was a godsending that I got my knees redone, and if I wouldn't have got them done, I can tell you right now, I would be in a wheelchair. I don't believe that that's what kind of people we're dealing with, guys. Okay? We're dealing with people that are not jerk-offs. They're total trash. Why would you get on, if somebody needs something done medically, why would you get online and tell them that you're going to die and you're a piece of shit and all this? I mean, I don't understand. So, of course, I had these questions, and the doctor laughed, and, no, none of that's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Well, I will tell you this. My knees healed up. He even said my knees healed up faster than anybody else that he's seen, and that's because I'm active. If you stay active in life, you will live longer. But on the other hand, the hardest job you're ever going to have is getting old. My friend Pete, your friend Pete, right here, doing this and watching my wife trying to figure out what she's doing out there. I got to go. I got to help her load up. Did you put the wood in there? Okay, she's got to. I got to go, people. Take it easy. And if you want to check out Dakota Digital, look at the description in this video and click on it. It'll take you to their webpage, and tell them my friend Pete at D.I.Y. Auto School sent you. And if you're lucky, you'll get to talk to the guy that watches my videos over there and knows me. So one more thing I do want to mention before I go is I have another YouTube channel that I've had longer than this one. It's called My Friend Pete. And I've actually had some comments in the last video that said people didn't even know I had that channel. If you are subscribed to this channel, I'm going to ask you to go into the description of this video, click on the My Friend Pete YouTube channel, and subscribe to my channel. I've had that channel for going on 14 years. I've only got 63 or 64,000 subscribers, and I don't know why it's like that. I work my ass off making these videos, And the only thing I ask from you people is to subscribe to my channels and give me a thumbs up. So check it out, subscribe to my channels, thumbs up the videos, and continue to support my friend Pete and Minnie the Body Shop Girl that needs my help. I got to go, guys.